Hi everyone, Cendril here, and welcome to Wild Arms 3 Redux. What does that mean? Well, apparently something went super goofy with the recording, and I could barely be heard. If I couldn't be heard, that'd be one thing. I could post commentary. But I could still be heard just barely. Apparently the sound audio went completely out of whack. And because I record in bulk, as I'll just sit down and I'll just record a game. Even more these days because I stream more. That means I lost about 4 hours worth of recording material. So all that got thrown out the window because all the episodes were out of just completely out of it. So here's the deal. For about the next, depending on how long these episodes go, 6 to 8 episodes, I'm going to know roughly what I'm doing. As in, I've been through it once. So there's that. Let me know at the end of this episode how this audio is. I don't want to completely unbalance it the other way and then you not be able to hear the game audio because the music has been pretty good so far. So let me know at the end of the episode. Basically, what I did to try to remedy this is I switched the settings. I'm using Elgato Game Capture. Switched the game and the game audio and the live commentary. And then I lowered the mic volume. So hopefully I'm not overpowering the game, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me now. Again, you'll really be able to tell at the end of this episode because that's when the audio of the game really cranks up. It is on the world map. I don't know why it does that. I don't know what happened to the settings. I don't know what happened, but I deeply, deeply apologize because I always try to give you good content. And that obviously was not. So, my apologies. Again, let me know at the end of this episode how it's going to go. I'm just going to make this one episode. Wait for feedback. So you may get a little bit of a... If you're watching these as they come out, you're going to get a delay in between this episode and episode 6. Because I'm going to wait and get feedback and make sure it's right. I think it's okay. Because once I jump into the game, I did a little bit of test. I listened back to it. I thought you could still hear the game audio. But you never know. So let's get started with a Drifter Guardsman. Again. This is Clive. "9 days before the fateful encounter. Clive Winslet, age 30. He's about to embark on a mission considered most deadly of all drifter trades. These drifters are accustomed to risking their lives to face danger. They do it for the reward and to satisfy their spirit. One cannot deny that in the eyes of many, these drifters are just ruffians driven by greed. Could this man be nothing more than a ruffian as well? Or perhaps... This is an assignment I alone have accepted. I shall take it from here. Listen, Clive. I know you have quite a reputation as a drifter, but this is your first time in these caverns. I'm sure you'll need me as a guide. And you heard of the buddy system, right? They always say 2 heads are better than 1. I can help you. Yes, I appreciate your concern, but my mission is to exterminate the keeper of these caverns and to protect the residents of the village. I believe that was the deal. Yes, but what's that have to do with me? In other words, you are one of the residents I must protect. And as you mentioned, this is indeed my first time venturing into these caverns. As a result, I would not be able to ensure your safety if you accompany me. Please, there is no need to worry. I shall complete my assignment and return promptly to accept my bounty. Yeah, he seems confident enough. Going in there all alone? Doesn't he realize this cavern is called... Welcome to the Den of Miasma. Clive, I can't let you go in there without at least doing what I can. This Hillberry has the ability to restore HP. It's quite precious, but you're the one who needs it now. Hillberry. 2 Hillberries. 3 Hillberries. And sorry, that's all you get. I was hoping to just get a whole bunch of Hillberries there, but no. Of course not. Darn. Oh, I still have auto combat on from when I was playing as Jet. I was using auto combat to just get through things quickly. So you can see Clive has a sniper rifle, or at least a rifle, which is really cool. I like that a lot. The one thing I've noticed about Clive is he hits really hard. He has really high attack power. Also, I got a bunch of ice gems. So levels are going to be different than what you saw if you watched the first time I did this. Levels will be different. Gallows is level 7, I believe, because I've got a bunch of ice gems, and the reason for that you will see later. So you can see the problem with Clive's rifle. While it does a ton of damage, he only gets 2 shots. Now it does a lot of damage, but again, he gets 2 shots and then he has to reload. If he wants to keep shooting, of course. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on Clive's ammo count. Another Heelberry, that's cool. Clive's tool is a bomb. And that's a pretty obvious place to use a bomb because of the off color. Oh, I think I can do a bomb. You can place a bunch of bombs down. Don't worry, you don't have a limit. Let's see what's this way. Kind of looks like the way I want to go. We want to make sure we grab all the treasures we can. Oh, can't get to that one. Is this where we were? No. There's a treasure chest here. So these things spit out miasma, basically poison. Like that. It's annoying because I don't felt like I was close enough for that. So they spit out poison and will damage you, kind of like the spears in Jet's story. Just prologue. So this is where we entered the room from. Okay. Now we'll continue on. The red ones, you see, come back. There's a blue one we'll see in a little bit that will stay permanently gone when we bomb it. So you just want, yeah, those bluish ones. So here's the problem when there's 3 of these enemies. It's kind of teaching you the downside of Clive's gun. Two shots and then he has to reload. bomb. And you can place a bunch of bombs down. I find it hard to get close to those without getting hit. And sometimes the bomb doesn't explode big enough for me to escape from hitting myself. Hope all of you are having a good day. I'm okay considering I'm redoing all of this. At least once. We'll see. Because there are spikes in the volume, like I can see it. I can see the sound bar. I'm really paying attention to it now. I always pay attention to it, but I thought it was okay. And obviously it wasn't. But I had it okay the first couple of episodes, then everything, you know, got out of whack somehow. There are spikes in the game volume. So, hopefully you'll still hear me over those. Like if you're not paying attention. It still does an okay damage swinging. Just rifle butting with the rifle. But just way more damage firing it, of course. There's a Gimel coin. And that's to tell us, hey, you should save, because that's when the game told us whenever you get a Gimel coin from a treasure chest, that's a good time to save. I'm gonna just stockpile Gimel coins right now, because we can get through these prologues pretty well. When we start getting into more of the main game and we find a coin, that'll mean a boss is coming up, and we'll wanna burn one then. 122 to next level, level 6. And we get attacked. I see 101. Clive just does a ton of damage. He's going to be a really heavy hitter. I'm going to blow open this wall. Stuff. A healberry. A powerful and wicked presence emanates from the holographic device. You sense something moving towards you from the darkness. But that's all it did. Like, I don't know what that's for, so probably something we'll have to come back and deal with. And we're gonna get into combat for the bomb blows up. There we go. Nope, still only 48 with the basic attack. Just curious if we leveled up, if he would do more with this basic. Oh, there we go, 62. Not bad. Obviously, you want to take the turn to reload and keep firing. You'll do way more damage in the long run that way. At least I think so. See, sometimes, because I want to get right... See, I thought I would get those two, but I didn't. You have to be right up on them, but because the explosion isn't large from the bomb, but then you could end up getting hit. It's blah. This miasma. I can sense the Keeper. It's not too far now to the throne where the Keeper awaits. Alright. Meaning you're right there. Huh? So my retreat has been blocked off. I take it guests are not very welcome here. I must confront the Keeper and inquire about a way out. Looks much bigger and more agile than I expected, and it assumes such a cautious stance. Mustn't let this one escape. I won't get another chance if I let it fly off. As long as I've accepted this assignment, I will carry it out with grace. I shall get rid of you at once. Versus the Goldrake. Nice critical hit. Take 145. We'll reload. Fire again. With your evasive maneuvers, it may be easy for you to evade my shots, but I will not just stand here and allow that to happen. Clive's force ability is Lock On. You can use it by expending 25 FP. It maximizes your shot accuracy and doubles the firepower. It makes it to where you will not miss, and it doubles the firepower of the shot, making Clive's already high attack power even more so. Lock-on requires the necessary FP as well as a loaded arm to activate. You can't lock on with the rifle butt. You're out of ammo, be sure to guard and reload your arm. Now I believe I do have a shot in there, yes. So lock on. I possess the ability to track my prey's trail. I could foresee its slightest move. Huh? How could I be so careless? I could have easily prepared if only I had predicted the source of this miasma to be the monster. No. Stop. We get a potion berry. Not quite enough to level up. I failed. I always seem to fall short at a crucial moment. Always? One of these days How long have I been out? Doesn't seem to be too long, but toxic matter has entered my system. The effects do not appear to be too serious yet, but the more I move, the more it will eat away at my body. Calling out for help will not do. Maybe quite a risk, but the wise choice will be to head back to the entrance, rather than wait here until help arrives. So Clive is now poisoned. Here's our way out. And you can see he's just going to keep taking damage on our way out. Not again. I can understand if I were an intruder, but to impede someone who's trying to leave? I must have been a rude guest. A boulder this size probably would not budge from 1 or 2 bombs. Perhaps placing a number of bombs in succession may work. Oh, the bombs! So just spam square and place a bunch of bombs. Okay, back up here now. This way's the way out? Now, while it's bad enough... Oh, there's only one enemy. While it's bad enough being poisoned and taking damage every step, in battle, it's even worse. Poison does a bunch of damage, so you would definitely want to be wary of that. Hence why there's all these encounter crystals, so you can stop from being in combat longer than you need to be on the way out. Oh, I fell. Hopefully, I will show you here. Oh, preemptive strike. It's good, I'm not going to take any damage. 39 poison damage. Hey, that's a lot of poison damage. And there's all the vitality. I mean, it's a lot of damage you're going to be taking per round of combat. Here. Hope I'm going back. Get Clive a level. Hey, a heal berry. Yay, level 7. Okay, good. So remember your trek back out. Good heavens, you alright? What a fever. What happened to you in there? I believe been afflicted by poison. If only I'd been more careful. What about the monster? It took to the sky and... Okay, understood. We'll take care of the rest, so... Hey, hang in there. You're gonna be alright. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Oh, you're wait. Hold on a minute, I'll go make something. Here, this should warm you up. Thank you. Oh, really something. What is it? Knocked your socks off, huh? Well, here's a hint. Antidotes? That's right. It's more potent than regular off-the-shelf antidote. We boiled it in a great cauldron. Well, I'm just glad that it had the effect I was hoping for. Now I can sell it to customers. Of course, I almost broke my back hauling you out of the cave when the monster got you. But all's well that ends well, right? Now we get to get on with our lives. Monster? In a cave? That's right! The monster! What became of it? What was that supposed to mean? You chased it away, didn't you? While you were recovering, the men grouped together and marched to the cave to look for the beast, but it was gone. All they could find was its lair deep in the bowels of the cavern. No trace of the monster was found. And what did they do with the lair? Well, they torched it, of course. We don't want that thing coming back, do we? They torched it? Yep, now the monster's toast, right? All I did was hurt the monster and chase it from the cave. But inevitably, it will want to nurse its wounds in the safety of its lair. If that is gone, then certainly it will come and take revenge on those who destroyed its home. Your village and all who live here are in danger. Where do you think you're going? You need more rest. I accepted this assignment. That's why I must see it through to its completion. I'd never forgive myself if I gave up on my clients. Very unprofessional. And here, take this. Monster's poisonous, right? Think it'll come in handy. Got an antidote. I'm sure it will. The regrets of the past become chains, burdening you more and more with each step you take through the sands of time. Through knowledge of oneself, one can live without regret. I have you now. So Clive gets a second shot at it. Toxic breath right off the bat. However, now we have an antidote that we can use. Good dodge. Oh, I didn't mean to attack. I meant to reload. So what I've noticed is the way you get the most FP is by dodging. But that's not always reliable. You're not always going to dodge enemy attacks. So attacking is kind of the most reliable way to get FP, but the biggest chunk is through dodging the attack. And a few lock-on shots will do it. Get an antidote, so we got the antidote back. 80 gallows, 72 EXP. The saloon's name is Friendly Fire. Clive aspired to be a bounty hunter and drifter. But he always earned more than just a reward. He gave his clients peace, and in return, they gave him confidence. At times he might stop and rest his wings, but no drifter ever stopped drifting. Clive's next mission was to watch over an artifact on board the Transcontinental Railroad. But he wasn't alone. Opportunists were a dime a dozen. No one knew how many were on the train or where it was headed. After all, some journeys only start at the last stop. Around and around we go. The world that encircles me begins to revolve. The gears grind and the spinning wheels of fate begin to turn. And finally, the train departs. A journey without a purpose. The train just steams away to the world beyond today. The accident that ensued on the train I happened to be on. That's right, it was Virginia, I forgot. And the three strangers I would later encounter, these were all coincidences. So that was Virginia the whole time. But if coincidence is a part of fate, I want to roam this vast Filgaia to find the reason behind our encounter. I'm sure that one day, this tale will become a fond memory.